another park tour stream. I've decided I'm gonna do these like daily because I think they're quite just they're not terribly they don't take long. They're just pretty chill, and it's some fun gameplay, kind of. Well, it's not fun, but it's I like to think people probably like my exhibits. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to show off. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna do these daily because like I have enough parks, and if I can make a park, I'll finish a park. Well, probably not daily, but like, pardon me. I could do like a partial tour kind of thing. I also turned my mic up since last time because it was a bit quiet. So that when I watched it back. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get on to it. Right. So once again we have helipad, but this one is a bit more enclosed. This one is a bit more dangerous. I think. Do I just have it on night time? I might just leave it on night time. Nice. Alright, it's gone normal. So you come down here. You see the big aviary, very pretty. Helicopter coming in. What are we going here? We've got a little open Herrerasaurus enclosure. You can see my Majungasaurus in the background there. You'll see them later. Very pretty. As I said, this is my desert park, so makes sense that these guys have been some first dinosaurs you see, because they have lived in a kind of desert environment, alongside things like Protoceratops and Velociraptor. Protoceratops is actually a dinosaur I kind of wish was in the game. I like little ceratopsids, they're cool. So you come down here. Nice. It's not really. Is that? I don't know. Maybe that music is kind of nice. Anyway, so yeah, this is all this. You can come down here. You can see next to the what you call it, the hotel. You can see the Gallimimus Enclosure. We've got a lot of Gallimimus in here. Again, an animal that lived in, I'm pretty sure, same place. I don't know about the same time as Herrerasaurus. Also Mongolia. Looking very cool. Big dudes. Big dudes. It's the hotel. Look, these guys. I don't know why this guy's got his back turned to it. It's like making tricky dinosaurs over there. Come on. We've got the Jurassic Park tour. We've got the gate. Well, we've got two gates actually. There's a bunker. Very nice. There's that. There's the weird looking school that I think it has an orbital fenestra in the wrong place. There's the. It's so funny. Yep. Things. Which is, that looks like a human ribcage there. Anyway. We have the Pteranodon Enclosure, the Pteranodon Enclosure aviary, and we've got like all the sciencey bits. I don't actually, that's a creation lab in it, yeah, or a hatchery rather. We've got two of these because symmetry is nice. Okay, so those are all the hatching areas, and then in here we've got our pteranodons diving about. Pretty cool. I don't know what skins are in here, but anyways, they're cool though. I think that's the alpine skin, my boy. I know we've definitely got the coastal skin in here, and I'm not sure what else. Actually, no, that might be the alpine skin. I don't know, man. I'm colorblind. Anyway, yeah, let's just go into the park. Do I want to take the car, or do I want to take the just chilling photo mode? I'll take the car. Yeah, I'll take the car. Little sky view for you. So yeah, let's take the car. Right, here we have a Sauropod Enclosure, and here we've got these guys. Diplodocus, that's what they're called. I completely forgot what they were called then. Very, very big, very long. Beautiful. Quick, turn the camera. Don't worry, I'll save you guys' immersion. So yeah, we've got a decent sized head. These we've got Brachiosaurus in here. Now these guys are Brachiosaurus. The guys in a later on enclosure are Giraffatitan. Wink, wink. And he's like, gonna take a drink. Yes, he is. I think that's the step skin, I'm not wrong, and I'm pretty sure that's the alpine skin. Not the alpine skin. Pardon me, I am bubbling a lot today, probably those noodles. Harry skin, very pretty. I do like the Plodicus. The Plodicus is probably one of my favourite dinosaurs. They're just cool. Okay. A little drifting. So yeah, this is meant to be like a, I don't know, just a big thing with an oasis. That's just, I'm not gonna lie, I like the Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus more, like not in the film because it looks really weird, but like I like it in this game more than the Jurassic Park one. It's just chunkier, isn't it? Just chunk. I love them. I freaking love them, and I like these skins as well. Very pretty. That's cool. That's very cool. See, I know this one, because of how much I like this park, it's probably gonna have less complaints about dinosaurs in it. Let's see the Brachiosaurus having a little feed. There's a rock. Alright. See, this one's got a little less variation in the paddocks because it's all desert themed, but I tried to do my best. I mean, here we have the River of Giants Enclosure. This has Tyrannosaurus and Nigersaurus, both North African Cretaceous dinosaurs. I like having big herds of dinosaurs. That's an issue I have with this game, and also Prehistoric Kingdom. I said I'm not going to complain much about this game, but this is actually a complaint that games like this don't get enough. The whole idea of dinosaurs and animals having like a maximum social need and population is kind of ridiculous, because the only real thing that makes animals have a maximum social or population need for like an enclosure or a region is the amount of resources. Look at zoos. Look at zoos. Tigers are almost always solitary in the wild, but in a zoo, because they have constant resources and enough space, with enough resources, you can have like 5 tigers in one enclosure, and those are including male tigers, which are almost always completely solitary. At least I actually think they're always solitary in the wild, with females only really being the ones that are ever seen with more than one individual, because that's how young. But yeah, no, I love the Tyrannosaurus in this game. They're very cool. They're very unique looking, even if their like sail is just a big hump. Which, you know, camels still look cool though, don't they? So yeah, I do think the sail, like the hump, should have a bit more. The skins for it should be a bit more defined by the hump and make it stand out a bit more. Pardon me. Same goes for the acro. Yeah. Anyway. Right, so that's the Nigersaurus. I love the Nigersaurus. The Nigersaurus is very cool. They were a very cool addition. Very chunky, cute sauropod. Majungasaurus would have also been quite cool. Just small sauropods like that. I wouldn't have minded. I have no idea what the past tense of that is, but we're going to move on. I wouldn't mind another Titanosaur. Mostly because the only Titanosaur in the game is Dreadnoughtus, and it looks nothing like a Dreadnoughtus or a Titanosaur, but so yeah, that's the river enclosure there. Now we're going into what I imagine is like the hippo enclosure. Don't really know, but it's another kind of wet enclosure. I say it's a desert park, but it's quite wet, so but it's supposed to kind of be like an African style park, so this is like, that's like I don't know, maybe an elephant enclosure or like zebra enclosure, whereas this is the hippo enclosure, and the hippos are Nasutoceratops, which I quite like. So I'm taking a drink, and they're feeding, and I do like Nasutoceratops. It's very unique, even if I think it's a bit oversized. The Sinoceratops is massively oversized, but it's massively oversized in the film, and I'm pretty sure that's down to it being a Pachycephalosaurus. because Pachycephalosaurus is quite close to Triceratops in size, whereas Sinoceratops is a lot smaller. And obviously the Sinoceratops was originally a Pachycephalosaurus, which is probably why it's got the holes in the frill. Because probably if you look at Pachycephalosaurus online, you know, the most notable image is probably the ones from the Walk with Dinosaurs movie. And in that, the Pachycephalosaurus had a hole in its frill. So I bet someone at Universal thought, oh, that's what they look like then. Rather than, Jesus Christ, I can't, seem to be a bit stuck here. Rather than realise that's like a specific thing to that character. You okay, buddy? Ooh, no. Nah, they're fine. They're fine. They're completely fine. They got flipped, but it's fine. That's another thing in this game. Their vehicles seem a bit weightless. What? There's nobody in this. Oh my god, the car's haunted. Anyway, what's in here? This is so that's in this suit. So it says Allosaurus. And it's kind of like dry season enclosure. You got it wrong. Very, very cool. Alright. And now a lot of the dinosaurs here are, you know, they're meant to be in like arid environments. So Allosaurus lived in a semi-arid environment, and on our right, if we can see him, is a dinosaur that did live in a very arid environment, which was Majungasaurus, which lived in Madagascar, and Madagascar was very arid during the Cretaceous, and was an island for a very long time. I'm pretty sure it's separated from India, which was also an island for ages, after separating from Gondwana sometime in either the early Cretaceous or late Jurassic. I'm not sure. I might be wrong there. I'm not well versed in the movement of India over the eons. I'm gonna go take a look at these guys closer. So yeah, I always like the Majungasaurus in this game. It's very accurate, because Majungasaurus is very, very sausage-like in shape, very low to ground. It's very interesting looking. It's a very unique looking dinosaur. And I'm glad it's in the game, because you know, you got 3 Cacaradosaurs, which, you know, and a lot, you know, and 3 Spinosaurs. So to have 2 Allosaurus is pretty cool. Even if I would love a Megalosaur, like Megalosaurus or Australopithecus. Australopithecus would be awesome in this game. Was that my car? I think that was my car. Taking a look at the Allosaurus while we're here. But yeah, like, I tried to make these kind of like dunes, as you can see, so it's like all lumpy. So yeah. Which skin do I have? I think this is the woodland skin. Very pretty. And the arid skin. The arid skin meant to be the male because it's got the more bright crests. Which is actually something I really like about the Allosaurus skins. You got much brighter crested skins and dimmer crested skins, not breasted. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of male skins. This is kind of supposed to be like a meteor crater, kind of. And I actually quite like it. It's quite a unique looking enclosure thing, just because of how arid it is compared to other enclosures. There's Brachiosaurus in the background. Parasaurolophus here. I don't know why I went Parasaurolophus. It's like, I don't know, little British Tyrannosaurus. Pardon me. Yeah, I like Parasaurolophus. Even if a lot of its animations are very similar to a Pteranodon, it's still cool. Very unique, very interesting little theropod. Hello. With gorgeous skins as well. And they're not like really exaggerated like some of the Cacaradosaurus skins where they're like bright blue and it's like, you know, a bit unrealistic. These have got very realistic but pretty skins, like this one. Like that could still work camouflage-wise. Very pretty. Of course, Parasaurolophus were in the original Pachycephalosaur pack, the one animals you didn't see, like Herrerasaurus and Stegosaurus, I believe. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little fellas. Hello. Bye bye. I like them. I like them. They're cool. And they've got a really like cool scratching animation in it. And it's very unique to me. See, there's some stuff like that. I think that's something like that's really good about the DLC. Is a lot of dinosaurs have very unique animations, and I think that'd be great if they did that. You know, from the base game. So like stuff like even stuff like Suchomimus and Baryonyx had unique animations between them. What is in here? Oh, there's an enclosure here. This is another look at the Allosaurus, I think. Carry a seal. Just got into the enclosure. So yeah, this is kind of like a, I don't know, like a kind of Jurassic kind of oasis kind of thing. It's a continuation of the river. Well, it's meant to be, but you know what I mean. So yeah, kind of cool. Moving on. Yeah, we've got this big, again, kind of like what I imagine like an oasis would look like in the middle of the Jurassic, or late Jurassic rather, with a bunch of large redwood kind of trees, or relatives of redwoods, I guess they'd be. I'm pretty sure this park has a lot more dinosaurs than in the other one. I think this is the Cacaradosaurus. This is a very simple enclosure, but I kind of like it. It's just kind of flat and just has big trees in it. Which is kind of cool. Can I see them? Is that one over there? That's one thing I do love about the Cacaradosaurus in this game, are the sounds they make. They're really cool. I'm pretty sure the elephant bellows, and they're really deep and just, they're very, very cool. It definitely reminds me of the Cacaradosaurs in Dinosaur Planet, in the Alpha's Egg episode. There we are. See what I mean? That's a cool roar, isn't it? Very cool roar. Look at them. But you can see what I meant before, like the textures on it aren't, they're not great, but like if you're further away and it's dark, they look pretty cool. They're cool. They're pretty cool. Put your tail straight. Put your tail straight. Put your tail. Please tell me the car didn't disappear. The car disappeared. I guess we can ride these. Just so slower. We're gonna be afraid. Oh, fuck it. Screw it. We're doing this one. Imagine we're in a car. Pardon me. Okay. Alright, so here we are. And this is the Giraffe Titan in inverted commas enclosure. That's all what we've got in here. We've got things. Oh, I love them. They're so beautiful. And they make beautiful noises. I know. I like this enclosure. It's got like a little island, and it's cool. It's just cool. I think there's also Dinosaurs in here somewhere. Now I'm not sure if Dinosaurs did live with Giraffe Titan, but I mean the Larinia Formation and Morrison Form. Well, no, wait, nope. Larinia Formation's Portugal. Is it the Tendaguru beds? You know it has. You know it. Anyone on to it? I don't know as well, but okay. So. Yeah, no. The Morrison Formation, Tendaguru beds, and the Larinia Formation were all quite close together, hence why they have similar dinosaurs. So, Pterosaurus might have been both. Sauropod did. But yeah, in the footsteps of giants. I love the Pterosaurs, especially with the Brachiosaurus. It's very juxtaposing. You know, you got these little cute guys and then these majestic, massive creatures like that. That's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. See, sometimes this game's just freaking beautiful, and that's why I really like it, even though I have issues with it, especially at night time with the sauropods. It's just cool. It's just very, very cool. Dinosaurs at the footsteps. I like to think, like, as the Brachiosaurus are like dropping food out of these, the Dinosaurs are eating from below. Pardon me. That'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool. Not to mention, I mean, listen to those noises. Who can't love that? It's beautiful. Beautiful little dudes. Or big dudes, rather. Not taking drinks. Cool. Cool, very cool. Alright, what we've got next? We've got... again, the kind of swampy enclosure with Triceratops, because it's like Hell Creek. I think, from what I remember, it's just Triceratops in here. No, I just wanted simple enclosure. It's a bit empty, actually. Oh, no, there's Cacaradosaurus as well. They're lovely. Oh no, these are the Jurassic Park. I mean, Jurassic World. Interesting. I wonder why I decided that. Oh, and Dracorex, which, of course, lived alongside these guys as well, in Hell Creek. Hello, dude. I always like the Dracorex in this game. They're cool. Oh, as much as it kind of annoys me they added these instead of something like, Stegosaurus or Pteranodon, because, you know, those are actually not dubious geniuses. God, I love the Triceratops. They're so cool looking. Even if, like, they're not, you know, they're not super accurate nowadays, but they're not terribly inaccurate either. But I mean, they might be a bit chunkier and the feet might be a bit wrong, but they're still cool. Still Triceratops. I love their eyes. They're very, I don't know. They're like cows. Just big cows, to quote Alan Grant. Very pretty. And I love the markings on their face. It definitely reminds me of Prehistoric Park, which arguably has one of the best Triceratops designs in anything, because they're gorgeous. I think that's the, I don't know what skin it is. I think this is the rainforest skin. Whichever one's red, I can't remember. Yeah, is that it? Is it just those guys in here? I think it is. I only have one I might actually only have one Ankylosaurus. No, that is the Jurassic Park skin. Wait, so I do have the Jurassic Park skin and Jurassic World skin. I guess I was trying to think, you know, of them as sexually dimorphic. They're all Dracorex in there, you know. I love having the little dinosaurs like roaming around with the big ones. It's just cool. Alright, let's see the what's in here? Oh, this is the what I like to think as like the late Jurassic coastal enclosure, where we've got Nodosaurus, and these are all animals that would have lived in, I think, southern Canada. I might be wrong there. All from the same site. I can't remember the site, but it's in the game. It's where you can find them all. Well, most of them. It's where you find Nodosaurus at least. Nodosaurus, very pretty. Of course, based off, I think most are based off Parasaurolophus. It's not terribly inaccurate. It does have some issues, but it's quite good. It's very good. One of the better dinosaurs again, right? What's that? That's a Cacaradosaurus. I don't know if we're meant to be seeing those yet. Oh no, yeah, we are. Okay. Let's have a look at the Cacaradosaurus. Like, the Cacaradosaurus has grown on me. I think this is one of the darker skins. Yeah. I called the Dinosaur King T-Rex Rexy. I meant Terry the other day. And you can see it. And I think one of them, they have grown on me. Because as much as the skull is a bit basic, they're pretty cool. I also like how they walk. Their posture is quite interesting. Like, it's quite upright. It's interesting. Kind of like it. They're very unique, and I think that's one of the reasons I like them. And that's probably one of the best things about the DLC. They made a lot of unique looking dinosaurs. So like this, the Herrerasaurus and the Parasaurolophus, and the Iguanodon. which kind of sucks about the early DLC with stuff like Dreadnoughtus and Cacaradosaurus. They could have done more with them. Like, imagine if Cacaradosaurus, for example, had flesh grazing. That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool, because you could have that as well. You could have, with the dynamic hunting, you could have flesh grazing, which is where predators would attack large sauropods and things like that, and not actually kill them, just eat big chunks off of them, so like, they were parasitic or something, which is such a cool image. Brutal, but kind of cool. We've got a big herd of Parasaurolophus here, all clipping through each other, that's nice. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. There's Herrerasaurus in here. I like having these kind of hadrosaurs all together, because they would have lived, at least in close proximity to each other, in reality. A lovely herd of Myosaura crossing the river there. Very pretty. I know, it's cool. Good mother lizard over there. Lovely. So as you can see, this one's got a little spit of land going through it, and that's where the track goes through. Crossing this big lake. Quite like it, I thought it was a cool idea. So yeah. I love the vibrant plants. I think they're probably my favourite. As much as I do like coastal. Because I like using coastal a lot, because it really designates, like, this is a Cretaceous enclosure, because it's got flowers and stuff. And of course flowering plants only evolved during the Cretaceous. I wish there was a way to get rid of the grass though. I mean, you could just have dirt, but like, I'll just make it horsetails instead, that'd be cool. And like, ferns and stuff. Very pretty. Parasaurolophus is always going to be a very, like, enigmatic dinosaur. Just kind of, it's like majestic, but it's also like cute. So it's quite nice. I want to go look at the Nodosauros again, they're cool. Where are they? They are over there, kind of plodding about. I'm pretty sure Nodosauros are one of the few dinosaurs in this game that are actually decently sized, because they're quite small, and in real life they were quite small. Damn, we've got 2 views, man. That's pretty awesome. New record. So yeah. Oh, look, Dima's having a little sleep. No Pterosaurus having a little sleep. Lovely. I'm pretty sure in the fossil record, I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Pterosaurus in the fossil record are rarer than other hadrosaurs in the region. So I kind of tried to represent that here, so there's less of them. I like doing that. I like having smaller populations of different dinosaurs. So it's kind of like, it could be niche partitioning, it could be they're being out-competed, it could be anything like that. So yeah. And then I think, if we follow the track, what's next? Where are we going next? We've already been through here, right? Wait, have we? I don't know. Wait, I'm so confused right now. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's this next year. It is, okay. What is in here? Oh. Is this the... See, this is quite dense and lush, and it's like, stay out of the long grass. But not because of raptors, because of... I think... I don't see any. Pteranodon. I always like Pteranodon. I think these ones are based off the Alaskan species, which I think is now called Pteranodon. I might be wrong. It's either Pteranodon or Stegosaurus, because Pteranodon obviously is a dubious genus now and is now classified as multiple other things. So yeah. But I do like these guys. I think it'd be better if they had quills though. And people are like, oh, it's Jurassic Park, they can't have feathers. It's like, both the Indoraptor and Indominus Rex have proto feathers on their arms, and Indoraptor he even has more. Oh no, there's Ornithomimus in here. Is it just Ornithomimus? Is it just a lot of Ornithomimus? I think it is just a lot of Struthiomimus rather. I actually like the Struthiomimus more than the Gallimimus because, well, for starters, they've got beaks. They don't have teeth, and I don't know. Their skins are a lot cooler. Like, look at this guy. As much as I don't like blue on like animals, like dinosaurs, because it's like unrealistic, these look really cool. I don't know. I like the vertical stripes because you don't see that a lot. They're very cool. And this is supposed to be like a big duck pond kind of thing. I think it's nice. I like doing like the trackway in the middle of like water. Quite cool, I think. Yeah. Lovely. Duckpondosaurus. Duckosaurs. Like, look at that one. Look at that one. Looks like a big duck. Obviously, that's inspired by Prehistoric Park, where they like treat them like geese. Like a Pteranodon, rather. Ooh. What happened to the goat? Look at them all. Look below mischievous devils. I do like the noise they make. They're very birdy, aren't they? And they probably did have slit pupils because they would have been low to the ground, like cats and stuff. So that makes sense. Oh, actually, they might have climbed trees. I didn't think about that. But moving on. This is back in the Hadrosaur paddock, and then you go across the spit of land. Very nice, very nice. That's my Saur again. Very pretty. Bunch of Hadrosaurs. Walking through each other, as per usual. I feel like the size difference here isn't entirely accurate. I'm pretty sure my Saur and Parasaurolophus were actually pretty close in size, but I don't know. Then we go through the Gallimimus Enclosure we saw earlier, and they're all being loud and chaotic. It's like a flock of birds evading a predator, but slightly less chaotic and poor AI. Also running through each other sometimes. Yeah, like this one. Another like river enclosure. Surrounded by a big desert. I can't remember what skins these are, but they're skins. I have no idea what spooked. They're probably a cow or something. They're just all going mental. Great. Just beautiful. Mental freaking dinosaurs. Yeah. This one, I'm pretty sure it's... I hadn't watched Evolution Squared's video about biomes, so it's got a little less diversity there, but... You know, I think it does the job. It's all meant to be a big thing. This is the... kind of like Chinese forest enclosure with Chunkingasaurus, which I quite like. I quite like the Chunkingasaurus in this game. They're quite cute. And there might be compies in here just because they kind of they do because they kind of suit. They're not from Asia, but like there is plenty of small dinosaurs like this from the Jurassic of China. So they're cool. Watch it eat. Very cool. Very cool. That's when I'm asleep. Very cute, very spiky. I'm pretty sure these guys are oversized as well, but they're cool nonetheless. I mean, look at all those spikes. At what point is it excessive? I mean, what, 1, 2, 3, is that 4 rows of spikes? Is that really necessary? And the shoulder spikes? Jesus Christ. It's like, compared to other ones, what's his face? Stegosaurus was quite minimalist, wasn't it? I guess because it was big, it didn't really need it. Majungasaurus being cool and not really eating from the feeder, but, you know, being cool nonetheless. I like having herds of Majungasaurus surrounded by forest. It just suits, doesn't it? Very cool. I'm pretty sure Chunkingasaurus and Majungasaurus did actually live together in the same ecosystem, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they're definitely from the same. Like in real life, they're actually from the same kind of like fossil site. And the guys have got a big lake, big forest. It's quite cool. It's not really deserty, but shut up. Oh no, they're just cool. I do like the Majungasaurus in this game. They're quite. I think Brachiosaurus is probably I probably like them more, but like the Majungasaurus is still very cool. Don't get me wrong. I was very glad they were in this game because they weren't in JPOG, which kind of sucked. I don't even think they were cut. I think they just weren't considered. I don't know why. It's odd. There's another thing about these that kind of bothers me is, I swear in the film their tails were longer, and always well, that, I mean, it's not necessarily accurate, but and their necks were even more dramatic. But I might be wrong. It was a cool addition to have them in the Lost World. Just very random. It's like, let's just have Majungasaurus instead of Brachiosaurus. Why not? It's cool. It's like Herrerasaurus in Jurassic Park 3. It's a cool addition. We have Mutabarosaurus, the only Australian dinosaur in the game, which is a shame. But I do like them. They're quite cool. It was also the only iguanodon in the game for a while, and it's still. Actually, I think it actually might not be an iguanodon now. It might be more primitive, but I'm not sure. I just no. It's got very hadrous. It's because the game considers it a hadrosaur, which is kind of annoying. And this one's a lot more desert. This one's this enclosure is a lot more desert. It's more like a what you call it? I completely forgot what I was saying. It's more like a proper desert enclosure, more like an oasis. I do really like how these guys run, because they're one of the few dinosaurs in the game that run really like accurately, like properly. Because all the rest run kind of weird, like even the Majungasaurus runs a bit too upright, I would say. Like, I don't know if that's really true, but it kind of feels like it. Yeah. A little drink, dunking its head in the water completely. It does kind of look like it could use its nose as a snorkel, which it probably didn't, but hey. Very cool. Kind of make a bit more trumpety sounds. They're not bad, but like, they're cool. I do like the Mutabarosaurus. They're quite cool. Very Australian. Very odd. Very Australian. Not that Australians are odd, I'm on about the creatures, but what's in here? These are... I don't know, actually. What is in here? What's in here? I'm pretty sure I moved the Pteranodon out. I think these are the Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus probably lived in a quite arid climate because, well, it was lived in Pangaea, didn't it? Which was quite arid because you didn't get water in the middle of the continent a lot. So yeah, I do really like the Herrerasaurus in this game. They're very, very cool. Obviously, one of fewer creatures, the only Triassic dinosaur in the game, which is a shame because Prosauropods are really cool, and we never got Mosaurus for some reason, even though leaks imply we would. And it's, I think, actually, no, I think there's a few dinosaurs from the book that aren't in the game. Things like Hadrosaurus as well. But I understand why Hadrosaurus isn't in the game, because it's a bit bland, if I'm honest. If you already got Maiasaura and Edmontosaurus, you know. But yeah, now the Herrerasaurus. I think there's only 2 in here. Or 3. Is that a goat or a Herrerasaurus? It's a goat. There's an arid skin. I think, honestly, the base skin for the Herrerasaurus is probably the best, but I do like most of them. They're very cool. I think this is the step skin, which is pretty cool as a step skin. I know, they're just cool. Herrerasaurus is a very cool dinosaur. Very, very confusing one. It's just very primitive. Here we have the raptors, and I'm pretty sure I've got male 1997 ones, so Lost World ones. Or tiger stripe. The tiger stripe ones look really cool at night. Like, it's just a damn cool dinosaur. Which makes sense, tigers are cool. And then you've got the female Jurassic Park 3 raptors, which I love. I don't know. Do I like these ones more than the males? I think I like the colours of these ones more, but I just like the overall, like, I guess the patterns on these ones more, but I just like the overall design of the male ones more. Especially with the quills. The quills are a nice touch. Alan! Those kind of raptors are cool. Tiger stripe ones are obviously very cool as well. It's just the Jurassic Park 3 ones are probably the most unique. Just very cool. Also, I did like this kind of thing on a lot of the edges of the enclosure, so it's like the surrounding, so you can't see over them, which is pretty cool. But also, so you can, you know, it's like the dinosaurs can't see each other as well. Which, I don't know why that makes sense, but it kind of does. I like this one, it's just a very deserty enclosure, but there's like trees and stuff. Anyway, moving on. I don't know why I like that weird rock in the middle, but it's cool, I guess. What's in here? This is the Pachycephalosaur Enclosure. I think we have all the Pachycephalosaurs, don't we? We have Allosaurus and Dracoryx as well. So just their like little creek slash oasis kind of enclosure. A lot of them are kind of like oasis kind of enclosure. You can only do so much. There's a Spinosaurus checking them out. Hello guys, just looking through a fence. Yeah, alright. That's loud. That's very, very loud. Pachycephalosaurus is cool. The Pachycephalosaurus in this game are quite cool. And also in just in Lost World. Anyway, look at those hench little arms. They're so weird looking. But cool though. Very cool. Little red dudes, little demon dudes. I do like how they gave them very baby-esque, like child-esque features, like you know, like baby dinosaur features, because they might be baby dinosaurs. They might be a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. I'm pretty sure it's generally accepted they're not, and that Dracoryx is probably the only one that's a juvenile, but I'm pretty sure it's so for it. There's the Spinosaurus Enclosure, which is kind of like a big lake with fish and fun. Big lakes. Because of course Spinosaurus, very aquatic dinosaur, had a big tail fan for like tail fluke for swimming. I don't know, which is cool. As much as I do like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, the modern depiction of Spinosaurus is also pretty cool. Like imagine the Jurassic Park 3 fight, but instead it's like the Spinosaurus drags it into the water, the T-Rex drags the T-Rex into the water, and then, you know, the fight continues and that would be cool. Because in reality, the Spinosaurus lost that fight, because the T-Rex grabbed it by the throat at one point, and it's like, if a T-Rex grabs you by the throat, mate, you're dead. Simple as that. Well, depending on how far it deeps in. But generally speaking, it probably would have killed it. So it's like... Although I've seen fish, but it looks like we're probably not going to. We might see the Suchomimus fish. And then we've got a bit more swampy enclosure. I like this one. Because like, I made them like, kind of a ditch. Which is kind of like in the movie. How they've got like the big moat. You know, sometimes. So yeah, but like sometimes like if you get down, you can just see the sail, which is quite cool, I think. And like it's often hidden behind the trees and all that. Same with this one. This is the T-Rex enclosure. It's a lot more swampy like, and I think this is Rexia, the Jurassic Park T-Rex, and I think this is the. I have no idea. I literally have no idea which one this is. It's cool nonetheless. Especially that one. The Jurassic Park T-Rex, Jurassic Park, like the first T-Rex, is just really cool. Very subtly realistic, because it's just kind of brown, but it's like the stripes are like a nice touch, and it's just kind of cool. Just cool. That's what that bothers me about the Jurassic World T-Rex rather, is that it doesn't have the stripes anymore for some reason. Because the Jurassic Park T-Rex had stripes going down it, as you can see. But for some reason the Jurassic World one doesn't. Now it could be like she's lost the colour in them over old age, but like, nah, I don't know about that. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. The sound design in this game is really good. I mean, just listen to that. And just the sound of it is just like this. It's delicious. Spinosaurus is so cool. And I'm also very glad people complained about the size of it. And the Giga. The Giga was just ridiculous. It's like the whole point of the whole like draw of Giganotosaurus is that it's bigger than T-Rex. But they made it like the size of a Ceratosaurus in this game when it was released, which is solely due to it being rushed. But the fact that Frontier didn't even like say we recognise the issue and we're going to change it, and like didn't even, you know, and at first we're like, no, we literally can't change it. It's like, but they could. Kind of proved the point when I say Frontier just seems a little lazy. Anyway, Sauropod, very pretty. Actually, one of my favourite dinosaurs in the game. They're just cool. They're very unique looking. They're very, and I love like the colours of the head and all that. It's supposed to be kind of like another hippo enclosure, guys. And these are like a big culprit about what I was on about with the population and social needs. Like, if you have an enclosure that's like, I don't know, a mile in diameter, you know, you should be able to fit more than 4 of these guys in it. They'll be fine if they're like, they've got all the resources provided for them. They don't have you know, animals don't have an automatic maximum amount of animals they can live with. It's just not a thing. So yeah, the lighting on that thing, very shiny, very cool. I actually love to see these guys in a film. They'd be very, very cool, especially fighting something. Well, and that's it. I think we're back around. So yeah, actually this has got less dinosaurs in it, probably because I went with bigger enclosures. Yeah, so yeah, that is my desert park. Now, I'm looking around it, and it's not as deserty as you'd first think. There's a lot of kind of swampy enclosures and all that, and stuff like that, which is just not a swamp or a desert at all, but and a big forest in there as well. But, you know, you've got like rocky outcrops and all that, and you know, it's pretty deserty. It's pretty deserty. So yeah. Alright, I think that'll be it. I'm just going to zoom out, give a kind of like sky view of it, bird's eye view of the park. Yeah, see it all there? Quite cool, I think. Can you tell I really like the really big trees, the big wide trees, tree number 1 I think. Yeah. I know, I quite like this park. I think it is quite unique, especially at night with all the lights. I think it's quite cool looking. Very big as well. And all the different shapes of the enclosures and all that. I know. I just quite like it. I think if I'm going to build next time I build a park on this game, I'm probably going to do the Jurassic World style, because I kind of like the, I don't know, I just like having the greater variety of attractions and stuff. So yeah, I think actually we'll actually go into the aviary. What have I got being made? Herrerasaurus. Apparently I didn't release them all. Huh. Oops. Oh, I missed the Malacepha when you go past it. We've all seen them before. Very cute little guys. I love that skin. I think that's the Tundrus. I don't know. I don't know what skin that is. Never mind. So yeah. No, I think I do quite like this park. It's one of my parks I like. Probably the best. I also, as you can see, I always like giving one large predator like a kind of look over its domain kind of enclosure, which is kind of cool. But yeah, we'll take a look at the Pterosaurs and then I'll call it a done and dusted. Okay. Okay. What skins? What skins are these? Alpine. Okay, apparently they're just Alpine. And one jungle. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. That's very cool. With the the crest that stands out a bit more, I like that. It's a nice touch. Obviously the crest was for the display. And maybe were for aerodynamics, which is probably pretty unlikely, but it would explain why they all have them. Well, like a ton of pterosaurs have them. I kind of wish they flew around more. I think the animations take a little bit too much time just on the platforms, because I mean that's not the most interesting look of an aviary, is it? Yeah, there they go. Flying about now. I was so glad they added this though. And I'd love them to add like mini exhibits and more enclosures like this in the next game. Because you could do you'd probably use this same idea for the Mosasaur, and if you could do these, you could have Dimorphodon, you could have Plesiosaurs, you could have Ichthyosaurs, you could have all sorts. It'd be very, very cool. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Ladles and gentle spoons. I am going to call it the stream done, and yeah, that's a pretty dinosaur. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.